Good morning on what is a cool, grey, and cloudy day. It is Thursday, the 20th of July. I'm in the reading up with a nice hot cup of tea. And a box which I will have to continue unboxing, which has come courtesy of David Salisbury at Fanboy 3. What it contains is a number of releases for Free RPG Day 2023. And the next one I'm going to look at is this, which is Storm Eel's Rest for Adventures in Rokugan. Now, this is published. This is an adventure for a role-playing game based upon Legends of the Five Rings. Legends of the Five Rings originally came out in the 90s, and it has gone through 5 editions so far. The current version is published by Edge Studio via Fantasy Flight Games. But Adventures in Rokugan is the 5th edition compatible version of the setting, so it can be played using the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition rules, and almost it's bringing it back to sort of like the 2nd edition of Legends of the Five Rings, which was primarily written for use with the D20 system when it was published by AEG. So, Adventures in Rokugan, Storm Eel's Rest. In the waters of Earthquake Fish Bay, something vile calls out to be freed. The monks of the unnamed isle have guarded the remains of the great storm eel for centuries, ensuring that its twisted spirit remains contained. They've taken an oath to ensure that the beast will never again be allowed to torment the waters of Earthquake Fish Bay or the Sea of the Sun Goddess. With the help of the Storm Eel's Rest, a village nestled along the shore and stewarded by the Yusuke family of the crab, and the aid of the ever-vigilant waterborne Ningyo, the monks have been successful, until now. The storm's rage and something below the waves answers the storm eel's screeching litany. Now a ship is missing, the monks are silent, and the waters are stalked by amphibious monstrosities. The region is on a cusp of a catastrophe, and the Empire needs you, so take up your blade, pray to the spirits, and prepare to take on the storm in Storm Eel's Rest. Introduce your players to role-playing in the Emerald Empire with this free RPG Day adventure set using the Adventures in Rokugan game line. This product is an excellent way to introduce your players to some of the more fantastical elements of the Legends of the Five Rings setting, while also delving into 2 of the 7 great clans and some of the other factions that inhabit the lands of Rokugan. So, Legends of the Five Rings is ultimately it's sort of like a samurai role-playing game, set in Rokugan, a land inspired both by Japanese, Chinese, and to some extent Korean myth. So it's a bit of a mishmash of all of them. That you all play samurai, but you can be bushi warriors, shigenjin sorcerers, or courtiers. And there are seven different clans you can belong to, and so on. So open up. Really nice production value. It's got a map of the area, which is down by the lands of the crab clans, who maintain a great wall which stands between the Empire and the Shadowlands. So we open up, we've got your explanation of sort of like your first adventure for the setting, the background, and then the origins of the Storm Eel's Rest, and the adventure background, and the major factions involved in the scenario. So part 2 is, basically it's in scenario begun with, it's called Unforgiving Sea, explains who the player characters are, so basically gives you the background and details of them. So you've got several here. Fans of Legend of the Five Rings will sort of like recognise their backgrounds and so on. Majorly members of the Crab Clan, he would sort of like have the great duty of manning the war, protecting the Empire, but are sort of like seen as sort of like either great warriors or bulls by the sort of like the rest of Rokugan to some extent. So this is getting started with the journey to Storm Hill Bay and the village under a pale moon. We've got a table here of the dangers encountered in the bay and the aquatic rules to take into account before they get to the unnamed island and the monastery of the Stormkeepers, and what they will find there. And then sort of like including the Stormkeepers crypt. And when here we have part 4, the resolution. Did the PCs, the player characters destroyed the threat? Did the Storm Eels seal break? Who is to blame? If the player characters are vanquished, and so on. And then in here we have the NPC profiles for the amphibious horror, crab horrors, drowned stormkeepers, and so on. So this is a relatively short adventure. You could probably play through this in a single session, which is fine. So more NPC stats before you get into the player characters. So here you are, you can see them in basically nicely illustrated. So here we have a Bushi of the Crane clan. So you basically, so stats on one side and then background on the next. Next to that we have a member of the Scorpion clan, a shinobi, who's sort of a monk. Oh, so basically it's more of a ninja style. Scorpion don't have any ninja, honestly. And then a ritualist, a Shigenja of the Crane clan. Duelist from the Mantis clan. The Mantis clan are sort of like from an adjacent island associated with the Crab clan, and a courtier stroke Bushi. Not quite sure of the clan, so that's quite a different character than I would normally see. And then we have a Ningyo as well, so you've got a bit more options in adventures in Rokugan, whereas normally in Legends of Avarice you just play standard human characters. So yeah, you've got a bit more options there. So yeah, that is Storm Eels Rest 2023 free RPG day adventure for Adventures in Rokugan, published by Edge Studios. So thanks for watching another unboxing of Nook. If you have enjoyed it, then please do click on the subscribe button. On the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with a box containing a book or game, or in this case, an adventure for free RPG day, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do hit the subscribe button down below. Lastly, I want to thank David Salisbury again for providing me with these titles to unbox and review. Without him, I wouldn't be able to do this. I do appreciate it. And if you are over in Manchester, then Fanboy 3 is a great gaming shop to go to. And of course, thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.